All right. So we're talking about perspective again. Perspective. When they used to build the old buildings years ago, they'd make the top of the building. They would put things a little differently proportioned. Walt Disney did that at Disneyland. He would make the proportions at the top smaller than they were. That made it look like it was taller. And of course, the old idea of the church steeple, it goes to a point. It basically goes off into infinity. So you feel as though it just carries right on. Now, as far as perspective in our lives go, we need to take the perspective of sober-mindedness. The Bible says that we need to be as innocent as doves and as wise as serpents. As wise as a serpent, innocent as a dove. We need to really be keen on everything. Document, take pictures, have tracking mechanism put on our phone, so we know that we know that we know. A lot of people have 360 cameras on their car, so that if anything happens, somebody says, and then you're like, I got it, it's on a camera right here. Hey, done, done. People at their homes, they have cameras so that they can see what's happening around their homes. If somebody comes to their home, if I remember one time I had the cameras at my house, and my daughter Amy was she didn't like to work. When she was at that certain age, and she was a youngster, she did not want to work. So she ran down to Mama and Mama, but I had a camera on, so she claimed one thing, but then the cameras showed a whole different thing. So I went back and I got the camera and I taped this little segment. I showed it to Mom, and Mom said, well, I guess Amy just got a little excited, because the camera proved what happened. I think I told this story many times, that I gave her the keys to lock up the main gate down at the bottom. I said, go lock up the gate. That was her little task, She had a little tiny job to do. And so the next day, it didn't, and it was late. It was like, 9 o'clock. So the next day, I'm like, because, when you have keys like me, and we've shown you these keys before, if I can bring them up. Well, here they are. Keys, baby. When you got keys like that, you can't be losing your keys. And I told you the story about that. I lost the one little key bob before I started doing keys this way. I lost the little key bob, and it was gone for about 20 years. It was just there on the side of the... It was literally right in front of me. But I didn't have the perspective to realize that it could be in the driveway. My perspective was, it was a thief. It was a robber. Pretty, shiny. Someone took the keys. It looks so pretty. Who would do such a horrible thing? What kind of... Turned out, nobody took the keys. Nobody grabbed them. Nobody scooped them up. They were right there. If I had just, been a little more careful. But of course, you have these sword ferns growing, hundreds and hundreds of sword ferns. How am I going to go through that? I mean, but I guess I could have got a metal detector and I could have done that, but I didn't even realize that they were on my property. I felt pretty sure that they had been somewhere on the sidewalk. I looked through the sidewalk. I looked in the bushes. I never dreamed that I had dropped them myself in the well, let's talk about perspective again. I got to figure out what these people want me to go on a certain street, so I'm going to figure this out. I will talk to you soon. 1-2-1-3-7-1-3-8-9-5-4 green att.net, on the Twitter, Mr. Bubba, Bob 8954, and of course you're watching Bob's Daily Devo here on YouTube. Talk to you soon. God bless.